فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
Wait, why aren't the Muslim guys growing out the beard? If Muhammad has told them they should be growing out the beard, and there's very clear teachings in Islam regarding how the men are supposed to grow out the beard, then why aren't the Muslim men growing out the beards? Now, I've read some explanations given by some Muslims for this. I found their explanations to be inadequate, especially given the text that I read concerning why it is that men are expected to be growing out their beard. So I would be interested to hear some response from some of you Muslim men as to why you do not grow out your beard if you don't. And I really would like to know, if you don't grow out your beard, do you expect women to be wearing the hijab? And if so, how do you reconcile that seeming inconsistency of treatment? In other words, you want them to wear a headscarf, or you think that they should wear a headscarf, but you yourself are not wearing a beard. So what's up with that?
Growing your beard is an obligation. It is fard, wajib, for a Muslim to grow his beard, because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ commanded Muslims to grow their beards and to trim their mustaches. And he made no exceptions in that instruction. So the only circumstance wherein one could say, I shaved my beard and I feel that Allah will excuse me, is if my life or limb has been threatened. It's a question of life or death. Somebody says, either you shave your beard or I will blow your head off. You shave your beard, then that is obligatory on you. Shave your beard.
Okay, these answers that I'm getting from is from my dad. My dad is a scholar. I'm a shof. My dad said to me that in all madhabs, Hanafi, Hanbali, Shafi'i, Hanafi, all of it is fard. It's one hukm, it's fard. That no one can argue and stuff like that. Everybody knows it's fard, and when it's fard, there's a punishment for that. It's fard in all madhabs. I don't want anyone to argue with me saying to me it's permissible, because these are the four madhab, and no one should disagree with that. And everything that's fard, there has to be punishment. I heard this from so many lectures. Nobody can argue with me that if something's fard, that means there has to be a punishment for it. Because what you're doing, you're changing Allah's creation when you're shaving it off. It's haram to shave, by the way. Me myself, according to, not myself, but according to I'm not even allowed to trim it. Me, last time I trimmed it was like a couple of months ago. It's really stupid reason, because every time when I go like that, the hair's just going off. I'm like, oh, my hair's gonna fall, so I think they'll trim it so it can go bigger. But and then I asked brothers. The brother said that it all happens to us, but our beards are not going. So even according to Maliki madhab, that you're not allowed to trim, it's haram, because Allah says in Quran, Surah Nisa, it talks about how shaitan, you change Allah's creation, and it says, لَأَمْرَنْهُمْ فَيُغَيِّرَنَّ خَلْقَ اللَّهِ, I'll command them and they'll change Allah's creation. So by doing that, shaving it off, you change Allah's creation. And you have to, when you're shaving off, you have to think, who am I trying to please? Because it's haram. Who am I trying to please? Is this really going to please Allah? It's haram. Why am I doing that? And when you're trimming it, you have to think, who am I trying to impress? Why do I have to make it nice for other people? Some people say, oh, you look like a little, you look like a donkey, man. You look like a gorilla. Go back to the jungle or something. No, because these people that I know, like Murtaza Khan, these people, they just want to please Allah. That's it. People are like, oh, it's not that one, man. They're going to think Muslims are that. No. I'm trying to please Allah. I explain it to them. I say to them, that's why my beard's like this, because it's God's creation, and I want to please Allah. That's it. The people understand, well, these people,
Why do men have beards? Well, I'm not the one who created men. Allah Jalla wa Ala is the one who created them. And Allah Jalla wa Ala, it chosen that men should have beards, and women should not have beards. If women were given beards, then you will say, why women have beards? But maybe the brother or the sister, maybe they are asking about why do we as Muslims obliged to have beards or to let our beards grow? Maybe that is the question. And again, we say that Allah Jalla wa Ala created this for us, and Allah Jalla wa Ala commanded us to allow our beards to grow. Means Allah Jalla wa Ala knows that this is the best for us. The best for us in terms of our deen, the best for us in terms of our dunya. They have mentioned even many health benefits, many healthy benefits for beards. And they mentioned that, and this is very strange really, that those who keep shaving their beards, that will have a psychological impact on them. And it has also some physical impact on them. Which means that Allah Jalla wa Ala, who is the one who created us and who commanded us to have beards, He knows that if we shave our beards as men, then this will have negative consequences on our life. Moreover, women, and generally speaking, they like to see men as men. They don't like to see men as women. And that's why when a man have his full manhood, he will be more attractive to a woman. Now, if we say this, many brothers and sisters will say, yeah, that is a good answer. But why do we need to go through that route while we know that Allah Jalla wa Ala chooses for us the best for our deen and our dunya? So that is that.
Thick. Back in the day, I had a Muslim comment on the fact that my mustache, my whiskers, were touching my upper lip. And he told me I should cut those back. Well, I'm not Muslim, but nonetheless, I still don't like my whiskers touching my upper lip just for practical reasons. Like when I'm eating, I don't like the food to get all caught up in my mustache here. But I'm doing this video because, for a long time I always heard stuff about Muslim women and the hijab, the headscarf that they were supposed to be wearing. And I always hear about this, I always hear, drama concerning this and what the women in Islam were supposed to be doing, and headscarves this and headscarves that. And I think it's a great thing, and I certainly encourage the concept of modesty, and allowing for women to have the freedom to make that decision for themselves and to demonstrate their commitment to their beliefs, in this case their belief in Allah, and really reflect the beauty of themselves, and not compromising that, because the secular society has these new fashion statements that they would like for women to embrace. And so I really appreciate and certainly encourage women deciding to embrace modesty in general, of their own volition, of course. Having said that, in Islam, the beard for men seems to be really understated, because I did some research and I found out that for Muslim men to shave their beard is really in some ways sinful. They're not supposed to do it. And the more research I did, I was sort of surprised, because the emphasis is always placed on the ladies, but I'm always thinking about the guys, and I'm like...
So next question that usually you get is the one that says about the beard, the lihya. They always ask you about the lihya, the beard, okay? Do Muslims have to grow the beard? Raise your hand if the answer is yes. Raise your hand. Muslims have to grow the beard. Oh. Hello? Raise your hand. Muslims have to grow the beard? Huh? Not all of them. Not the women. I really hate it when a woman's beard's longer than mine, don't you? I mean, that really hurts. Makes you feel like, what am I doing all